basically what he's talked about and what I'm going to show you now with the left hand is that if you just like hold your left hand out like this, very relaxed. Left hand.
Oh.
Right? Now also another thing to watch out for, no pun intended here, watch out for, is it's probably a good idea not to play with a watch on.
Okay.
The reason this is it puts pressure on those tendons that go through the ring muscle in the wrist, and I've actually experienced this myself. Anything tight around the wrist can cause some bad pains in the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that nothing is tight going around either wrist as you play.
Okay.
All right, but if you just like totally relax your hand, right, then flip it over. And keep everything totally relaxed and just slide the bass neck in there. There's your left hand technique.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now it's one thing that you should notice about this. Can you see the back part
Yes.
of my thumb
Mm-hmm.
on the neck? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, see how the thumb's kind of pointed towards the head? It's not like this, pointing straight up.
Right.
It's like this.
Mm-hmm. At an angle. Mm-hmm.
Right. And it just lightly glides back there on the back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the thumb should be.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Now when you're coming down on the strings with the fingers, you should be coming down on the tips of the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And notice that the fingers are all bent.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much on the same plane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they just like come down on the tips of the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I'm going to do, let's take like the 5th fret on your E string.
Mm-hmm.
Put the first finger on that 5th fret.
Okay.
All right? Now we're going to do an exercise I call set, check, and play that was probably on that video.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what we do is we put the first finger down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, then we put 2, 3, and 4 down on the same string in front of it. But don't space them out with the frets. Don't even pretend like they're not even frets there.
Okay.
Just keep the fingers totally relaxed in their most relaxed position and put them down in front of the first finger.
Mm-hmm.
Now they should be kind of relaxed and close, but you don't want them bunched up or clumped up either. They should be in a relaxed position.
Okay.
You know, like just again, totally if your hand went totally limp.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right, now put pressure on the first. Now have 2, 3, and 4 on that same string. All right, that looks good. Now don't lift anything up. Keep them on the string.
Mm-hmm.
Now take a really good look at how fingers 2, 3, and 4 look on that string.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's exactly the way you want them to look when they're floating directly over the string when you play that first finger note.
Okay.
So what you do is you lift 2, 3, and 4 up and down to where they float evenly and uniformly over that string. Now don't keep pressure on the first finger.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now also with that first finger, you want to make sure that it's just behind the fret, because if you can't see the top of the fret, you're too much on that fret.
Mm-hmm.
So back up a little bit with that first finger, just so that you can actually visually from your line of sight see the top of that fret.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't, that first finger's too much on it.
You
That make sense?
I can see the fret, yes.
Okay, as long as you can see the top of the fret.
The top of the fret being right here.
No, not there, like on top of the string. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Back up the first finger a little bit. No, a little bit closer to the fret. Right there. That's no. Back up.
There.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you want to fret every note. Because
yeah,
if you
can probably go closer to fret.
No, just get a little right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I should be able to see the top of the fret.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, if you can't see it, then you're starting to interfere with the string vibration.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now keep that first finger right there and put pressure on it. Don't move it. Put 2, 3, and 4 on the same string. And make sure they're uniform, that they're equally on the tips. That there's symmetry there.
Okay.
All right.
That?
Yeah. Now, again, take a look at where 2, 3, and 4 are and how they look on the string, because that's exactly how you want them to look floating over the string.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So when you lift them off just a little bit, they should look just like that. See how that fourth finger's starting to drift when you lift it up?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's starting to drift over.
Right. So what you want to do is pick them up and set them down. Can you see my left hand?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that clear?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I lift them up, set them down, lift them up, set them down till I get them exactly the same, and then I play that first finger note. But see how the fingers changed? See them drift on yours?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're
So
good.
this is what you need to practice. You need to get them to where they look exactly the same. See, when mine float over the string, it's hard to tell if they're either on the string or not.
It is, yes.
All right, so once you get that first finger done, work with it, then we go to the second finger, all right?
Okay.
Now, the rule of the second finger is you want to set it right behind that fret like the first finger was.
Mm-hmm.
But let the first finger drift, relax and pull up behind the second comfortably. It no longer has to be behind that fret.
Mm-hmm.
But it does. You don't want it to bunch up either.
Okay.
All right?
A little separation.
Yeah, just relax, whatever the most relaxed separation is. If your hand was like, again, totally limp.
Okay.
All right, so now you look at the second and make sure that that second finger is behind the fret so that you can see the top of the fret.
Mm-hmm.
Then put 3 and 4 comfortably down on the string in front of it, with all the joints of the fingers curved.
Okay.
All right, so take a good look at 3 and 4 because that's how you want them to look when you play the second finger note.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, then you lift 3 and 4 on and off until you get it set exactly to where they're floating uniformly over the string without drifting. That fourth finger's drifting still a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to fight you at first. This is not going to be easy.
All right.
Right, so be patient with this. But it will, as long as you keep saying no, not this, this, and keep correcting it, it'll get the message sooner or later.
Right. Okay.
So once you get that to where you're reasonably satisfied with it, then go ahead and play that second finger note. Right, then we go to the third finger. We place it right behind the fret.
Mm-hmm.
See how 1 and 2 followed it up a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you want to keep them relaxed, but they stay down on the string.
Mm-hmm.
Then you place 4 comfortably in front of the third, and make sure it gets on the tip of the fourth. And then lift it off a little bit, and then once you're satisfied with the position of the fourth finger floating directly over the string, then you play that third finger note. Okay, then you put the fourth finger directly behind that next fret up.
Mm-hmm.
And basically at this point, 1, 2, and 3 should just be comfortably behind the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically how your left hand should work. Now there will be some adjustments for certain things that you play, but I would like to, let's say, call this our default position,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
to where the hand just kind of naturally goes to in a relaxed playing position.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in combination of watching the left hand video and working with this exercise on all strings, and just find a comfortable place on the neck for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now once you make that adjustment with a strap and get the bass higher, this is going to feel different than it does now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.